very important in the context of the typology that we are in, which is the learning lab. To make you understand why or what is a public finance for children, you need to look into what the objectives are of PF4C or public finance for children. Basically, it comprises three E's, or actually, I could go to four E's of public finance. The first one is the extent of resources, or in other words, simply put, how much resources does the government have which it invests for children, and how much additional resources would be needed. The second and the third E put together are the effectiveness and the efficiency, which tells us how well public resources are actually invested in children. And the last E is on the equity, which tells us how inclusive are public resources invested and target those who have been left out. Because in most cases, it's the last child who's normally left out. Now, in order to know where and how this public finance operates, we would need to understand the concept of the fiscal space. On your extreme right, you see what is called the domestic revenue. That is what the country raises through its own taxes, and the better the tax is administered, the higher is the revenue that the government gets. The second source could be the official development assistance, which in many countries, for example in Africa, the governments in those countries will depend heavily on donor funding. In the case of India, however, the ODA is less than 1%. The third source is when the government goes for borrowing from the market, both internal and external, and that refers to deficit financing. But if, in addition to these 3 points, there's one more point, and that is on efficiency savings, which means within the existing money, how can the governments reprioritize their schemes through allocative and operational efficiency so as to get the best bet for the money invested.